Oh god.
I had one of those earlier too. Like
that came from the fucking plums, man.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What's on the Table, and this is the month of July. No.
We have some games to show. La
what the fuck was that?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was really bad.
Keep looking at the camera though, like this.
We could all say that. Yeah, we could all do it at the same time. Oh, that's really stupid.
It is. That's the beauty. Listen.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What's on the Table. And this month, July 2016, some more games to show off here.
Definitely.
Well, I don't really know where to get started here. I think I'm going to start off this month. I'm going to start off with my NES pickups for the month. A couple of Konami games that I didn't have. So I'm going to start right off with Laser Invasion. Now, I picked this game up the other day. I mean, literally the other day. And I haven't played it yet. I took it apart. I cleaned up the cover, make it look pretty for the show. But everything Konami I've ever played, pretty good. So I'm excited to try this one out. Konami really didn't make a lot of anything bad, at least back in the day.
Was that an arcade game? Wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm clueless. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea. I just saw it. I saw Konami, the silver label. I was like, I gotta get it, Yeah, something I didn't have.
Sometimes the label's enough, guys.
So the other one I picked up here, Stinger. Now, I know this one's a good game. What fascinates me the most about this is I didn't know it was as old as it is. And the reason I say that is because when I finally got a copy of this, for one, it has the Nintendo Black Circle seal. So I know that's kind of an older thing. And then when you turn it around, you see somebody's initials, but don't mind that. You got 5 screws back there, and that's another sign of, I don't know, an older game, It's
NC.
old. It doesn't.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I guess it belongs to the state. So the feds are coming after me soon enough. So yeah, I'm excited to have those.
I'm gonna jump in. We're gonna go Sega Dreamcast with this one, and one of my favorite games to play on the Dreamcast, Power Stone.
Fuck you.
Oh no.
Very jealous that you got that game. Like, I wanted that. I seen that at Sound Go Around, and
I would be too. Girlfriend actually got this one as a gift. Shout out to you.
She's a good one.
Yeah.
She's a good one.
That announcer is just like the biggest pain in the ass, but it makes me laugh so hard.
Really gets into your soul when he says the shit. I'm telling you, like, it's not like he feels your pain.
Like, you really feel like you lost something great when you lose it.
What the hell else does he say?
He has one when you fall off the map. He has this like, how painful.
Yeah, how. And he's so casual the way he says these things too. Like, yeah, how painful.
Proud of your pickup, man. Well, I'm proud of her pickup. That was nice.
Good job, baby.
Yeah.
Good job.
Alright, so I'm going to start off with some N64 titles. I wound up picking up from childhood Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the N64. Now, I'm not a big Star Wars fan by no means. I don't really pay attention to all the characters, but this game is all about the ships. You do different missions, and over time you get different ships to use. So the next game I got, I mean, everybody loves this game, Mario 64. I mean, there's probably a lot of you out there that's played this game.
What can you say about the game that hasn't been said before?
Everything you thought in an imagination about Mario when they first brought this out, it was like your imagination was complete.
I got a lot of nostalgia for that one myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the bombers, when you talk to them. The next game that I got, this one, like, KO versus me and Tom.
It's gonna happen.
Love fighting games. Martin loves them too.
I do.
Killer Instinct Gold. There's not a whole lot, but there's a lot to this game.
I said it last month. Somehow that I think the conversation got brought up about this game, about Killer Instinct Gold. I got my mixed opinions about it. A really good game. I love the characters. I love what they did. I hate the stages. I personally hate the stages because you get these foreground objects that stick out in the way, and that makes it a pain in the ass.
It happens. Does it happen always? No, but it does happen.
Yeah.
But you know what? Still, nonetheless, a great game.
I'm going to step in here next with my Super Nintendo pickups for the month. The first one I got is Earthworm Jim 2. Now, the reason I picked this one up, well, obviously it's a good game, and I'm trying to go for eventually a complete Super Nintendo collection at some point or another here. But I felt like it was time to grab this one because if you remember back to the first What's on the Table video, I picked up Earthworm Jim 1. So it was about time I finished that one off. It's weird. It's really weird, but I like it. I want to try it out.
You know, that was just one of those games that, like, Earthworm Jim. Here's the thing, I like Earthworm Jim. I really do. Can I get into it? It's hard.
It's hard. It is hard.
It's hard to, because it's like,
It's just so different.
it doesn't take itself seriously. You're trying to be serious by playing it, and then you just don't. Like, I don't know. That's just how it falls for me.
I kind of felt the same way about the TV show. I don't know if you guys watched it.
I never saw that.
I forgot they did have a TV show.
WB, I believe.
They did.
I was kind of young, and it was pretty much the same thing about the show. It made no fucking sense.
Alright, well, the next game I picked up here, and this one's really satisfying too, because I've been meaning to complete this trilogy for a while, and that's Donkey Kong Country 3. What does that say? Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. I haven't played it yet. I've never even played this one on a ROM. I played the first one, I played the second one. The Donkey Kong 64 came out afterwards. I love the classic arcade games. The Donkey Kong Country games, I think, are the best. I really do.
So long, Dixie. I do hope your trip is a blast. Watch Dorkly if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Diddy Kong's Quest.
I'll put the link down in the description. It's awesome.
It's kind of funny.
So the final game I picked up here is complete in the box, and that's Kirby's Avalanche. And I really can't complain. I'm not a huge puzzle game kind of guy, but I know this is one of the better ones. Oh shit, sound around like dirt cheap. We'll pick one of these things up in the box, complete with the manual. Thanks.
Alright, I'm gonna keep it with the Super Nintendo. I love basketball, huge basketball fan, and gotta have this right here. The NBA Jam right here. Doesn't really stick to the rules or basketball at all whatsoever.
All that shake and bake, but no dinner.
I think that's probably the best part of the game is the commentators. Like, the shit they say is it's crazy.
You combine the best of two worlds with that game. You got real players on a 2-on-2 arcade style. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's like arcade style.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it.
And then, of course, along with the NBA Jam, the actual Super Nintendo.
Gotta have something to play it on.
Hey, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Probably one of my third favorite system, I'm gonna say.
I was looking for a Super Nintendo. They're getting harder to find
Yeah,
at a
definitely.
decent price.
But then you went and found like how many in a row?
Yeah, no, I did. You know what I mean? I got lucky, like, it all
One
came.
after another.
One
yeah.
after another.
You can still find them, but they're expensive now. Especially if you want like a one that's been well taken care of. It's not all yellow and disgusting, you know.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for it.
Some more Super Nintendo. First off, Super Street Fighter 2. I mean, it's not the turbo one. I much probably would have preferred the turbo one, but I'm not complaining.
This one had
Okay.
Fei Long, DJ, Cammy, and T-Hawk. It was the introduction, at least on the consoles anyway.
Right,
Super
right.
Nintendo and Genesis.
Well,
they
I'm
came
happy
out,
to
yeah.
have that because I mean, you know, Fei Long and the extra characters, but I would have rather had Street Fighter Turbo. But I'm not complaining. The next one I got, I'm very happy about, even though it's kind of
Yeah.
Street Fighter Alpha 2. Okay. I'm happy that I have this game. I know it's kind of
More uncommon, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's more uncommon than the other ones. It wasn't until playing Street Fighter Alpha Anthology on the PlayStation that I realized how lousy that one actually is.
I already have the Anthology one, and the Anthology one is so much faster. It plays so much better.
Yeah.
That it really makes no sense to play it. It's just a nice trophy. This is what happens. Everybody leaves. Here I am.
Nothing funny this time, folks. I'm sorry to
I
tell
don't
you.
know. Yeah, man. Like, I'm off beat today. I don't know.
Fuck it, y'all better laugh. He's been off beat and everything, guys. Video
No.
games.
All right, now we're lying here.
Just everything. You know?
Now we're lying here. Martin, you didn't tell them about how I bust your ass in King of Fighters.
Oh,
and
no.
they
Mark of the
quick
Wolves?
work. I made quick work of you and Tom.
I thought I did pretty good that night.
I know you ain't talking about Mark of the Wolves though.
I'm talking about Mark of the
I
Wolves.
spanked.
I made my mark on that game.
Nah.
I know that much.
No, I think I was kill. Yo,
Listen, I
was
knew
killing y'all.
Taekwondo.
I was killing.
I knew
y'all.
kickboxing. Right now, you're just gnashing though.
Well, the next thing I picked up here this month, I didn't pick it up, is a gift from Mike, actually. I've always wanted one. Now I've had a PS2, and that's how I played all my PS1 games, but, oh, big deal. Got a PlayStation 1, but it is a big deal to me. You know, I never had one of these things growing up, so it's really cool to have one of these. All my friends seemingly had one. And, you know, it opens, and it doesn't close, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Well, there it goes. You just gotta, like, slam it. Oh. Yeah.
I honestly think
You're right.
they were all like that though. Like they were fucking impossible.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna go back to back in time actually. Back to Street Fighter. But this one is the Special Championship Edition. Let me say something about Street Fighter. Fuck both of you guys. I've been getting killed badly.
You backed that up the right way. Said fuck both of us, but
I'm getting better though. Like trust me on this one.
I'll tell you this much: if you can get through Mike, then you'll have a chance at me.
Oh, you heard that, Mike?
Yeah.
You know he bullshitting. Right?
Mike was holding the controller upside down
I
before
told
I
him.
got to him. We get competitive around these parts, around fighting games, especially Street Fighter and like King of Fighters. And that's probably why you haven't seen a Versus yet, because we just can't come to terms on an episode just yet. It'll happen someday, and it'll probably be like, I don't know, someone's going through the window or something. You know what I mean? Like,
that's the one I got today for you guys. So get it, check it out.
hell yeah.
Well, I guess I'm gonna wrap my collection for the month up with regular Nintendo games. So I picked up a few. Once again, of course, the flea market. You know what I mean? That's where I really went to pick up games from.
You hit gold this year. I mean, when I say gold, I mean you like just killed it.
Yeah.
Market King, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
It bothers me, you know what I mean, that I couldn't even get to any of these because I would have swiped some of these out from underneath it.
Yeah,
And then sold them to you at a higher price.
that is why I didn't invite you. That is why.
Fucking hell, if you invited me or not, I had to work.
Call him on the phone. Hey Tom.
And you did too. You're not even joking. Like it would be like 8, 9 in the morning. I'm halfway through my shift and like my phone's ringing. I'm like, I'm at work, Mike. You know this, and you're just trying to rub my nose in it. Like,
oh man, wish you could be here. Anyway, so first game I'm gonna show off is Bionic Commando.
hard son of a bitch.
The game is hard. The game is hard, but it's well worth the play. It kind of, because of the gimmick it has, where you got to reach certain platforms by hooking on to surfaces. I mean, to ceilings and stuff like that. It brings like a puzzle kind of action feel to it. I don't know how many games came out, but this was certainly like unique in its own right.
Who's the developer of that one?
Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a solid game, but like it's one that I didn't play a lot when I was younger. I didn't pick that game up until I was, a couple, 2-3 years back. And I gotta give it some more time. I gotta play because it's hard.
Moving on. Next game I got is Ninja Turtles. The first one.
The first one.
Yeah. This game is very hard.
Say what you want about it, but everyone remembers playing that one.
Everybody.
Yeah.
No. I like it. It's hard.
I didn't even watch the cartoon growing up. All I know. You know
did.
what I mean? But
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like I played that game.
I don't know.
It just.
I don't know why you wouldn't watch that. Anyway, like, I can't believe it. Sometimes.
I know.
All right, so the next.
I got nothing to back that up either. Like I'm like sweating, like trying to come up with some like smart ass thing to say, and I.
Anyway. The next game I got is Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Right.
Not Punch Out.
The original.
Yeah. It's the one you want.
You want both of them, ideally. You want them both.
What made the second?
Oh, nothing. It's not any better. It's worse, as a matter of fact. But you want it. Put it on your shelf. Are you kidding me? I think actually the second one is a little harder to find, if I'm not mistaken. That's all I'm saying. I'll play that one any day. I won't even touch the other one. Who the fuck wants to fight Mr. Dream? It's not I'm saying you go all that way, you get past Soda Popinski, like.
I remember Soda Popinski. Anyway, that's wrapping up my collection. You know what I mean? You guys are up.
Well, I got my finals for the month, and I'm so happy to pick these up. I got 2 Vectrex games. Oh. Yeah, and of course they're complete in box. One of my goals in collecting is to have them all complete in box. So few of them that I want to do that, and I love the Vectrex. So the first one I got here, I didn't have this, is Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Pretty much like 90% of everything on the, or 80% of everything on the Vectrex, it's a space shooter of some sort or another. But this gives you a first-person perspective, which is unique in that right. And I'm not going to say it's one of the best games on the Vectrex, but hell, I had to have it in the collection. So whatever, the Star Trek, the motion picture. Now the next one I got, I am happy to have this one, and it's very similar to the Mindstorm game that comes pre-packed in with the system, and that's Solar Quest. And I say it's similar because it's that top-down sort of thing. And but this one's cool though because the sun's in the middle. And you're supposed to avoid the sun, and you want to shoot your enemy ships and save your enemy pilots. Anything to add to the Vectrex shelf, I'm happy to do that.
My last two, and honestly my favorite. I could sit here for hours and talk to you guys about it, but I got them actually together one after the other. Kingdom Hearts series. I got Kingdom Hearts 1. Like I said, there's a lot going on with this game. You gonna say something?
I was just gonna say you and I were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
And I can see what a cool game it is. I feel bad because I never really got a chance to play these ones.
You can ask anybody who's played this game. Probably one in their top 5s at all time. You travel the world meeting all our favorite Disney characters that we grew up with.
That's such a cool feature too, because I looked on the back of these and you can see all these different characters on there. Like I kind of want to mess with this game a little bit.
Yeah, you can actually see some. You got Hercules,
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
the genie.
Yeah, Genie, Jack Skeleton. There's tons. Winnie the Pooh. There's so much, and a lot. And you would think, oh, that's for kids. It's honestly, it's very complex. Like I played this as a kid. I was probably like 12 at the time. And I still don't fucking understand the story fully. And I played this about 3 or 4 times already. So, and then I also got the continuation, pretty much, of the first one. This actually takes place 3 years after.
I'm looking at Captain Jack Sparrow on the back here.
Yeah, this by far my favorite because you get a lot more with it, worlds and stuff like that, and. Sora's older, so he's better at fighting. And
do you have like a black and white sequence too with Mickey?
Yes, you go actually.
Cool,
you
like
go
so back to
time.
the old,
you
old
fight,
style Mickey.
Yeah, you fight old Pete, Steamboat Pete. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Like it's the shit. Pretty much. Like,
good pickups, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Good
I actually had this shit like factory sealed, and I'm like, fuck, should I not open it? And I just ripped the shit off, like, and it immediately started playing it. I'm actually playing.
That's why that's so minty.
Yeah, it was like I wanted to leave it, and you guys are probably like, this guy's a fucking retard, but I don't care.
All right, well, that wraps up the pickups for the month, and we'd like to give a couple of shout-outs here anyway. And the first one I'd like to give out anyway is Hyde209. Now, this guy, he does remixes. He does video game themed remixes. And we've used a couple of his themes in the past, most notably Mutant League Hockey. If you check out one of our KO Versus videos in the past, we used some of his music in there. He takes some of the best retro game music, remixes it, just makes it sound up to date. It's familiar but fresh. And seriously, check out his channel because he's putting out videos at least a few a month, and they're so good. You can tell he takes his time.
I want to chime in here with a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Bill Benton. Bill, thank you for the shout out that you gave us. Yeah, you know what I mean? Thank you for pressing your subscribers and having them come look at us. We really appreciate that.
If you guys want to know what we're talking about, just go to last month's What's on the Table video and look at the comments. A lot of these people feel threatened that they had to come here and watch our videos. Bill, we can't thank you enough, man. That was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
So the least that we can do is send a few people back your way.
Exactly. So, if you go to see Bill Benton's channel, tell him KO Retro sent you.
Hell yeah.
We're going to wrap this up. If you like what we did, please hit the like button. Also, that subscribe helps every time. Thank you for tuning in.
We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. When we get there, we're going to come up with something to help us get to 200. Stay tuned.
A surprise for y'all.
Yeah.
So
click it.
Some kind of a contest or something. Yeah, click it.
Click
yeah.
it.
Just click it.
Click it.
Click it's real
click
good. Doom, doom, doom,
click
doom,
it.
doom,
Click
doom,
it.
doom, 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 doom.
Are you clicking it? Smoke. Alright guys.
Later.
See ya.
Peace.